Okay, everyone, Dragon Ball Super Chapter 78 is officially released. I've just got done reading it, and I am here to give you guys my thoughts on the chapter overall and what I think could happen in the next chapter and basically the future of this arc based on what happened in chapter 78. So let's go over the chapter, and I'll be giving you guys my thoughts as we go along. So at the beginning of the chapter, we have Maki getting news from Oil that the Saiyans have stopped fighting with Granolah, and she relays that information to Elec, basically telling them that they've stopped fighting and that they should take this opportunity to go over and finish them off. And Gas says he'll do it and he'll fly over there. And then Maki gives the dragon radar and, according to her, the spell to summon the dragon to Elec so he can go take care of it while she leaves with Gas in order to fight the Saiyans, or I guess just to watch. So Gas tries to tell Elec that, I'm fine as I am, I can take care of them, but Elec says, I'm still going to make the wish as an insurance policy. So Gas leaves with Maki and they head on over to where they are. We cut to Goku, Vegeta, and Granolah is basically lambasting Monaito for not telling him what the Heaters did and allowing him for years to work for the people who killed his mom, which I actually do kind of agree with him. Monaito does go on to explain that he did it for Granola's safety because he knew if Granolah knew, then he would go on to try to challenge them and it would just result in his death and Monaito would also die, which is true. Like at that point, Granolah wouldn't have been able to do anything. And again, I get where Monaito's coming from. I still think that he should have told him at some point. At that point, okay, I can understand, but like later on when he's an adult, you couldn't have told him. You just stood there and allowed him to just keep working for these people. I don't know. It's just I've got mixed feelings on it. But anyway, they sense a powerful energy flying towards them, and it's revealed to be Gas. So Elec made the wish to basically make Gas the strongest in the universe, or at least that's what we're told. And I want to comment on that later on once I get done talking about the chapter. So Gas starts fighting them, and he is basically dominating the fight. Like Granolah and Goku, because those are the two who are fighting him, they have no chance. And Gas is showing abilities that I didn't even think that. Like we didn't. Here's the thing: none of us really knew what Gas could actually do because they never showed us. And in this chapter, he's demonstrating this ability to just manifest weapons, and to me that is crazy. And he's just, again, he makes a mace, he makes a sword, which, yeah, you can see right there. He makes an axe, he made a spear, and it's absolutely insane. Like, this guy is strong. And at one point, he even makes these cubes on Goku's hands and feet, and they basically weigh him down. It's crazy. I mean, here's the thing. To me, it's a bit weird because, like I said, they never clarified what Gas could actually do. And to me, it's like, I don't know, it feels kind of, I don't know what to say. It feels kind of weird, or not weird, because we've seen people use these techniques before in the series. But to me, it just feels a little kind of contrived, if that's the right word, because I don't know. I do kind of wish that Toyotaro would have at least clarified what Granolah or what Gas's powers actually are in this series. Like, we knew he was strong, but we never knew that he could do things like this. Or is this just because of the wish? Just like how Granolah is now capable of using all these abilities because he made the wish. Okay, so it's possible that Gas can now do these things because of the wish. So, okay, you know what? In that sense, okay, I can excuse it. But if that's not the case, then I don't know. Like I said, it just feels a little contrived. But anyway, moving forward, Monaito heals Goku and asks him to help save Granolah. Goku says yes. And Goku, throughout this time, is making these comments like asking, dude, why are you trying to kill us? We didn't do anything to you. It's like, I mean, you would think after all this time, Goku would realize that there's a lot of people out there who don't really need reasons to sort of kill you. Like, again, Frieza, well, Frieza, I mean, he had that fear of Saiyans, but the Red Ribbon Army, like, it's just, dude, some people are just bad. Some people don't really need an excuse to kill you. It's like, you'd think Goku would have learned that by now. Anyway, moving forward. Anyway, gas gets thrown, or not gas, excuse me, Granolah gets thrown into the ground, and basically he lost, which again makes sense because you guys got to remember at this point, Granolah, Goku, and Vegeta are all exhausted. None of them are operating at 100% at this point. So it does make sense that they would get their asses kicked. Anyway, Goku tells Vegeta to go find the Senzu Bean and take it and then jump in to help him. And Vegeta flies off to find his armor, which he says because that's where the Senzu Bean is. Now, this to me is probably my biggest problem with the chapter because Vegeta talks about how he tossed his armor, but if I remember correctly, that's not actually what happened. His armor got blown off during his fight with Granolah when Granolah launched that attack to counter Vegeta's attack that he was throwing at him, and it exploded in Vegeta's face and it basically knocked him to the ground. I thought that that's what happened. And for me, it's like, see, he says it's safe, but it's like, I don't know, it just feels a little contrived that somehow the Senzu Bean survived not being destroyed. I don't know, it just feels a little bit weird to me. But anyway, he has the Senzu Bean and he heads on over to Granolah and he basically tells him, here, eat the bean and go fight. And then he asks him, what is that? And Vegeta tells him. And then Granolah asks, well, if you had this, why didn't you take it during our fight? You would have been able to win. Which makes sense because they both would have been exhausted of energy. And if Vegeta took it, he would have been at 100% and he would have been able to win the fight. But Vegeta says, I didn't because I don't like resorting to these cowardly means. Now, someone might bring up, well, you've taken the Senzu Bean before, why stop now? Well, that's different because before he took it, he always takes it after the fight or when he needs to. It's never during a fight. You see what I mean? Because yeah, it would have been considered cheating, and this does kind of make sense. It lines up with something that happened during the Cell games when Trunks is basically saying like, hey, let's give Goku a Senzu Bean. If he takes it, he'll be able to fight him. And then Vegeta calls out Trunks for basically offering something so cowardly. So I do think this is in line with what Vegeta would do. And he basically tells him that the real reason is that because this is Granolah's revenge, he should be the one to take out Gas, Maki Oil, Elec, basically all of the heaters. So he basically tells him, here, take the bean and go fight him, which to me, I'm very, very curious to see what would happen if a full-powered Granolah goes up against Gas and who would actually win. Because remember, Granolah, when he was at full power, was insanely strong. He was insanely strong. Again, I feel like a lot of people really underestimate just how strong he actually was. And to me, one thing that I'm curious to see is that Gas, because he wished, or because Elec wished for Gas to be the strongest, I wonder if Gas is going to fall into the same habits that Granolah did when he made the wish, where remember Granolah ditched oatmeal and says, I don't need you because I'm the strongest, and he kept telling himself, because I'm the strongest, there's no way I could lose. I wonder if that's going to happen to Gas as well, because remember Granolah, one of the reasons why he had a tough time against Goku and Vegeta is that yeah, he had the power, but like Vegeta told him during their fight, it's like you have this power but you don't actually know how to use it, like you're just going off instinct basically. You see what I mean? But then later throughout the fight, Granolah became more and more used to his ability and it made him more and more dangerous. And Goku himself even commented on that. I think it was in chapter 76 if I remember correctly. So I do wonder what's going to happen there. But anyway, so that's the end of the chapter. Now, one thing that I do want to comment on that I think is very, very interesting is that we never see Elec actually make the wish. And with the only reason we know that Elec made the wish to make Gas the strongest in the universe is because Maki kept saying that. Now, the only way for Maki to have known is if Elec told her. So I do wonder if it's possible that Elec fed her false information. And what if he made a different wish that, yes, powers up Gas to the point where he can fight them, but maybe there's more to it. Now, again, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. I want to know your thoughts, guys, in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think of the chapter. Remember to leave a like, share the video, and please subscribe if you haven't. Guys, we are close to 800 subs. I know you guys can help me out with that because I know most of you guys who watch my channel are not subscribed. So if you want to change that, just hit that subscribe button to help me get to 800. And if you can, maybe you can help me get to 1,000 before the end of the year. Anyway, guys, that's going to be the video, and I'll see you when we get to chapter 79, which is next month. So talk to you guys soon.